pretty good. 8 laps, sidecars, Formula 1 and Formula 2. 6 competitors out on track, and we've got 6 of the best. So marshals are in, we're all happy, ready to go. 8 laps for our sidecars. Lights have come on and they're off again. Great start, Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop. They have lit it up nicely. Peter Dowman and Michael doing the passengering on the back of that F2 machine. They are neat and nimble. They'll get in between those two F1 boys as they break hard into turn 1, but it will be Spike of that Penrite Oils Kiwi Bike Insurance Mobility Wire Wrapper outfit. Great to have Spike down in the South Island. Good to have our sidecars back in Ruapuna. Here at Motorsport Park looks absolutely spectacular with our sidecars roaring around. So out of the pothole corner, here it is. Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop doing the passengering for the legendary, I think about 4-time New Zealand sidecar champion. Then in behind them, that Carl Cox Motorsport machine of Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. So they are already challenging around the hairpin right on the back wheel. This is going to be a good little tussle. These are 2 of the top F1 sidecars in the country, and they are here to play here. We've got Bert in 3rd place, so Michael Walland doing the riding, and Isaac Taylor doing the passengering in that second of the wire wrapper entries. So we've got a big wire wrapper flavour here with Spike out in front, Bert in 2nd place. So we've got the Dowman team of Peter doing the driving, Michael doing the passengering on that first of the F2 machines coming through. So that's 4th in the race. And then we've got the likes of Dave Reesby and Sue Vanderhoovel. They are there on that beautiful mid-80s Mo Halley built sidecar. And after them we've got James and Lucy Dowman on a Penrite Oils borrowed sidecar for the weekend. So cool to have our sidecars here, 6 competitors in all. And this is going to be a good 8-lap trip here. Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop, they've turned up to play here this morning. It was a runaway victory for Barry and Stu here yesterday. But this one's not going to be all their own way. It's Spike and Kendall into the sweeper here at Euromark Motorsport Park on a beautiful sunny Sunday Grand Prix weekend. We've got New Zealand Grand Prix titles to start giving out after the lunch break today as we get roaring with our Formula 1 and Formula 2 sidecars. So Kendall and Spike, they have got a 1.1 second lead ahead of Barry and Stu, so this is going to be a one for the ages coming down into turn 1. And then you've got Bert Loney Old Ride in 3rd place there for Michael and Isaac. But a good podium finish here yesterday. This is going to be a good one too. Got 3 of them going across the stripe within 0.2 of a second. So Dave Reesby, Sue Vanderhoovel, they are there at 4th place, James. And Lucy Dowman in 5th. And Peter and Michael have slipped. They were 4th before. Now they're back to 6th place in this one. So a bit of work to do. As you've got the front 2, they've streaked off. They're riding hard. You've got Bert and a lonely old ride in 3rd. And then you've got a 3-way tussle. So couldn't ask for much more as our sidecars have returned south. There were a couple of seasons where they weren't down in the South Island, and great to have them back here, and good to have a good little tussle out in front. So Spike and Kendall still have all the answers out of the Christchurch Casino Carousel. Barry and Stu, a former championship pairing, they are hungry for more of that top level success. Good shout out to Baz's brother Dave over in Austria tuning in on Ctas. So good to have Team Baz. We've got Natalie, Joe and all the family all tuning in. So a big shout out to all of Team Smith out there. Looking at Baz, good to have him out there, former New Zealand sidecar champion. He's done a really good job on that Carl Cox Motorsport long bike here. That bike come over here and at the hands of Mark Wilkes. Actually got a front end damaged a couple of seasons ago. Baz rebuilt that and then it went back to the UK for Mark to be the British Superbike champion for sidecar racing. Then it come back here and Barry had a crash here at Ruapuna. And then so you got to rebuild the front again, and now you're seeing all the fruits of his labour here as he goes right next to Spike and Kendall into turn 1 around the outside. What a good move from Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. That is breathtaking as they go around turn number 1 and out of there. So on the run to the West Coast Straight, new race leaders, Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, right where they left off here yesterday. And they are now into pothole 4 in the lead for the first time. Spike and Kendall still keep in touch though right there on the back wheel. And then look out down the front straight, we've got some more action. We've got Bert coming through, he's well underpowered, so there's a bit of a problem with the number 16 machine. That Mobility Wire Wrapper Kiwi Bike Insurance white and blue rig of Michael Walland with Isaac Taylor. That's definitely underpowered, so a bit of drama for the outside of the podium as they now drop down to about 5th place. That'll elevate Dave Reesby and Sue Vanderhoovel. They'll be up into podium spots here. This is cool. And you've got James and Lucy. They are still 5th place, Peter and Michael. So the 4 Dowmans out on the racetrack sitting there in 5th and 6th place. But it's really the story of what's going wrong with that Michael Wallen entry. Definitely underpowered as they head down the back straight, so not what we wanted to see here. 6 sidecars all on here. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr didn't get the start they wanted. They had to follow Spike and Kendall for a few laps, but then they've pulled the trigger well and truly. They are absolutely flying. Talking to Baz, the end of an era, so the new 13-inch wheel on the back of that Carl Cox Motorsport long bike as the Avon factory no longer making the tyres, so a changing of the guard for sidecar competitors as now moving to the 13-inch rear wheel. So everything's definitely been changed around big time, and new setup, new everything for the Carl Cox Motorsport long bike out there. But still with a 5.1 second lead, so blistering pace now from Barry and Stu. It was a 1:41.8, so even with that new setup, the new rear wheel configuration, absolutely flying. So lap record at about a 1:38 here, so they're only a couple of seconds away from that, and still coming to grips with the new setup. You've got Spike and Kendall, absolutely brilliant. Kendall, of course, a former New Zealand sidecar swinger champion, and Spike, multiple-time New Zealand sidecar legend. He's a champion multiple times, and they're in second place. So these guys had some great battles in the North Island. Spike, of course, winning a couple of races in our Suzuki International Series. So his New Zealand Sidecar Championship campaign well and truly on track at the moment. We've got no Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose. They have not made the journey to the South Island. So this New Zealand Sidecar Championship well and truly wide open now. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr really grabbing the scruff of the neck here. They've got a 5.1 second lead. Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop, that is still your 1 and 2. Then it's electric outside of that. You've got James Dowman now up into third place with Lucy doing the pasturing. Dave Reesby, Savannah Hill, there's only 0.9 of a second. And that's a full-on battle for our podium here in F1 sidecars. We've got Peter and Michael Dowman. That is going to be 5th place, and then you've got now Michael and Isaac. They have been relegated back to 6th place. They've still got a little bit of pace in that Mobility White Wrapper white and blue outfit, but definitely not the pace they had here. So they were a strong 3rd place podium finisher this time. Searching for a few answers. So our sidecars back in the South Island, absolutely delightful. Brought to us by Motorcycling Canterbury and their Trevor Pearce Yamaha Have a Go Days. Have a look out for them. The first one coming up on January the 21st. So if you're in the Canterbury area and you want to have a go, come and check out the team at MCI. They do the fabulous Have a Go Days. There's another one in April as well. Bike hire, gear hire, all up for grabs. There's children's classes as well. Spectators are free, so a very cost-effective way to have a good go. If you look at all the fun the competitors are having here today at Grand Prix weekend, you can have that kind of fun as well. So check them out at mci.net.nz. Neil?
Yeah, in fact, yesterday, Brad, the cool thing was doing that 250 race later in the day, and how many 2 of the 3 that were on the podium had turned up to a Have a Go Day, and that's where they'd started in the club, so it's pretty darn cool, really. Yeah, of course, there is an opportunity. You can come out to events and then say, hey, this sport looks good, I'd like to give it a go. But then, basically a Have a Go Day is literally to say, I want to give it a go out there on the track. The only thing you need yourself is a quality helmet, because it needs to be well fitted. And the rest of the gear can be arranged for you. So they are gold, and they're on each year, so Have a Go Day. And it wasn't until you actually hear it from the horse's mouth and realise that, hey, here's 2 of the guys, racing on machinery that's about 3,500, so pretty cool. Look at all this racing. Look how good this is. Go you guys. Go you stars. And we've mixed them all up in there with the F2s and the F3s as well. So this is brilliant to see, Brad, when we've got them all down to it. And what a cool thing that they drove themselves to say, hey, guys, we want to make sure we can all be going, so put some reliability and you put some take the heat out of the day and just shorten up those races, and they all agreed amongst themselves that was a great thing. So as Brad has highlighted, the 10 lap has gone down to 8 and the 12 lap has gone down to 10, so just means it's achievable for everybody to put in another great race result. Bring it on with the world of sidecars, these brilliant machines. Please, I encourage you to go pit side. Many of them pit side are up on the top side here, so if you're coming into the open pits area, it's actually to head past the admin buildings and not generally around the sheds that most of the other two-wheel bikes are at, and then come up into that sidecar area and have a look. And particularly when the guys take those fiberglass shells off and then to look at the chassis underneath. Holy Toledo, there's engineering in there like you wouldn't even find on a 737. So great to see what goes on behind the scenes. And they're an awesome bunch of people. They're warm, they're friendly, they're out here to see and show and encourage. So check it out, our big family of sidecar people.
All right, a bit of a wrap here. We've got 3 laps to go. So Barry Smith and Stu Dorr continue to turn the screws. 11.6 seconds now the buffer. And Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop, they are there in second place. So Two superstar pairings have run away. They've got decent daylight between the rest of the pack, and it is all on. So out of the 6 competitors, 4 of them going into the Signbiz Dipper. This is a great show from James and Lucy Dowman. They've never even ridden this machine. First time on a long bike, first time on an F1 machine, and it is brilliant to see them in podium contention. They're sitting there in 3rd place at the moment. You've got Peter and Michael Dowman. They are there, the first of the F2s home in 4th place. Then you've got Sue and Dave. Sue doing the passing, Dave doing the riding on that beautiful Mo Halley built machine. And then there is Bert right at the back of the back. He's definitely down on power from what he had yesterday, so a little bit of soul searching, but never say die attitude on that mobility wire wrapper outfit. And you can see them there in 6th place. So that's your 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th place competitors. As you see Barry Smith coming down the front straight again. So he's now only got 2 laps to go in this shortened 8-lap race 2 of the weekend. And isn't it great, Neil, to have our sidecars back in the South Island putting on a show for the fans?
Oh, it really is. And there's always talk I say about, there's so many from the North Island. Why do we even go to the South Island? Well, you're never going to grow your sport by staying recluse inside your own shell. So, get out there, show these machineries and get amongst them. There'll be people here that'll say, wow, wouldn't that be worth a cool thing to do? And, of course, the man himself, Sir Dennis Charlotte. Dennis, of course, that's won title he hasn't won, so he wants a serious go at coming back to do some sidecar racing as well. So, man, we just want half a dozen more here in the South Island and watch those numbers pick up and grow for it. And they really are a crowd pleaser. And it doesn't matter. Take Whanganui without sidecars on Boxing Day, it wouldn't be Whanganui. You might as well take the Wong out of it, I'll tell you what, because the crowd come. We've got the classic sidecars, the F1 sidecars over the years of what sidecar racing has meant to Whanganui. It really has been the definition of true international sidecar racing in New Zealand, and now that we've brought it as part of NZSBK and make it a very popular thing to follow, it does mean that there's a lot of interest out there, and we encourage you to go and find out more about it. Bring it on with Motorcycling Canterbury, proud to be behind our sidecars. Flag marshals, of course, taking a close look at what's going on with racing, because the flag marshals are a key part of it. Race meetings here at the Eurobike, it's my apologies, Euromark, a motorsport park at Ruapuna. Safety and wet weather gear provided, approved flag marshal training has been given, and training as well in the use of fire extinguishers and others. So love to have you, more flag marshals.
A red flag, so we've gone to a red flag here, so that'll bring an end to our sidecar race with 2 laps to go, and in a 8-lap race that will be more than the 65%. So that will be a declared result, so a win for Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. And not sure, that looks to be something down into turn 1 there. So we didn't quite catch it here on the race pace, but congratulations, Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. They will be credited with the win. We've got Spike and Kendall out there. They will be home in 2nd place. And then looking to be that pairing of James and Lucy Dowman will be rounding out our podium. So that is your update here for our F1 and F2 sidecars, brought to us by Motorcycling Canterbury. They will have time to do a pit side interview with our podium getters and getting ready for their exciting Grand Prix later on today. So that's a wrap of our Motorcycling Canterbury sidecars. Over to you, Neil.
Well, we generally like to do a podium sort of a 3-2-1, but we've already got our winning combination after all the boys were a fortnight in front, so we'll grab them and take an opportunity. Starting with Stu here today. First of all, Stu, the heat of the track, you noticed it out there this morning?
Yeah, basically it transfers onto the bike, and just makes the heat from the track and the engine come through onto me. It's a little bit of a problem, but, you're so busy out there doing your job, don't worry about it.
Right, indeed. Speaking about doing that job, what's a day in the life of to be able to do minutes, seconds out there on a racetrack? Because, man, you're having to work hard.
Yeah, I'm basically following Barry's lead, depending on what the bike does. I'm moving my weight around. Either sometimes when we get sledging, I'll move forward, get weight on the front wheel, and then as you come out of a corner, I'll move back to get drive on the back wheel without slip.
Yeah, great to see. Man, you swingers, unbelievable. First of all, Barry, back like here at Ruapuna. Is this a track you like?
Yeah, I enjoy riding here. All the South Island tracks are really good. Obviously, this one's a bit of a bogey track with that big accident I had years ago, but I've got around that now, and yeah, I really enjoy this place. It's good, very technical.
Very technical. Yeah. Nice to see. Thank you, Barry. Well done. Oh, good. Kendall, are you better this morning? You feeling better?
Feeling a bit better today, thanks.
Feeling a bit better this morning. Can we just get enough to squeeze in there? Feeling a bit better? Who's the best sidecar racer in the world? Yeah, we'll get a nod out of that one. Hey, it must be special having the whole family, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Ruapuna is such a fun track. We love getting down here, and it's been a few years since we made it down, so it's been really, really nice to get the whole, our family, but also the sidecar family and, the wider racing family. Everyone here it's great to be here.
Thank you, Kendall. Lovely words, lovely words. Look at that. Look at Spike's stance here, eh? There he is, the staunchman, the statesman, the elder, the athlete, everything par for the course, mate. You feeling that heat out there, mate?
Oh, mate, could have done another half a lap easy.
Half a lap. Yeah. It's going to. What about at the Grand Prix this afternoon? You guys going to draw straws?
Oh, well, I hope I get the long one, eh? Because I'm not going short straws with Barry again. But no, it was hard work out there. We're struggling on the bike, the turning on the bike, and we just run our race. It wasn't great or anything. We're not jumping up and down, but well done to those two there. They're just a nice unit out there, and good guys doing the business, good team, everything like that. We've got a great team, fantastic. We're having a great time down here in the South Island, so that's what it's all about, having fun.
It is indeed, and we haven't seen our third team because we're unsure as to what went on with the drama of the red flag stoppage as to what the change was. So there you got a fantastic combination for our sidecars, 1 and 2. One here with Barry and Stu, 2 with Spike and Kendall. So there it is for our Motorcycling Canterbury supported sidecar racing. So well done. Thank you to the cheer from the crowd and the support from our club and our sponsors. Taking a break as we look out for our recovery here at the top end of the track, and we'll be back with more racing shortly. Thank you.